Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Winter Storm Kassandra. So, as of 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Wednesday, January the 25th, we're seeing heavy snow across Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, spreading into southern Missouri. Looking at our HRRR model, going into tonight, heavy snow is going to spread all across Missouri into southern and central Illinois, Indiana, and southwestern Ohio by around 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And going into around 4 to 5 a.m., we're going to be seeing heavy snow all across the Midwest. Snow moving into Chicago and Detroit. Very heavy snow in St. Louis. And then going into tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. Central Daylight Time, we're going to be seeing very heavy snow continue across much of Illinois, particularly southern Illinois, and then spread into Ohio and Indiana. Snow continues through the day in Chicago. By noon, it is still snowing in Chicago. Very heavy snow moving into Detroit by around 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time tomorrow. And this will last through the afternoon, even into the evening. Snow will continue across Chicago through Detroit, and then the snow will begin to taper off as we go into tomorrow night across the Midwest. But watch out, we're going to be seeing lake effect snow on the back side of Winter Storm Kassandra, and these bands could be heavy across western Michigan, and these could even go all the way down in parts of Kentucky and Tennessee as well, all day Thursday. So looking at the northeast with Winter Storm Kassandra, snow is going to spread into Pennsylvania overnight tonight, and by tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing snow across the western and northern parts of Pennsylvania and southwestern New York State. Snow is going to move across portions of Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire as we go into tomorrow afternoon. And then going into tomorrow evening, we could be seeing heavy snow in Boston. It's looking like a rain event for Philadelphia and New York City, unfortunately. And then we're going to be seeing the snow transition over to rain in Boston by around 10 p.m. tomorrow night as the warm front moves through. Very heavy snow in Maine, and will eventually transition over to rain tomorrow night as the warm front goes through the area. And we're going to be seeing wraparound lake effect snow on the backside, just like in the Midwest across the Northeast on Thursday. So looking at snowfall accumulations from the HRRR model, first across the Midwest, we're looking at pretty heavy snowfall totals of about 6 to 10 inches across northwest Arkansas, southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, central Indiana, into southeastern Michigan. And this includes areas like Detroit, Indianapolis, and a little bit south of St. Louis, with about 2 to 4 inches across much of Michigan in central parts and northern Illinois, and then across northern Ohio about 2 to 6 inches. Looking at the northeast with snowfall accumulations, the northeast, especially the interior northeast, is going to get a lot of snow from this. We're going to be seeing widespread 2 to 7 inches across central northern Pennsylvania, much of New York State, with as much as 7 to 12 inches in the Adirondacks, Green and White Mountains, and then towards Maine and the eastern portions of the White Mountains, we could be seeing as much as a foot to a foot and a half of snow. So very heavy snow coming to the interior northeast. Unfortunately, the I-95 corridor is once again going to miss out on the snow. Looking at the National Weather Service's watches, warnings, and advisories, we have winter storm warnings across much of Oklahoma, portions of northwest Texas, northwestern Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern central Illinois, central Indiana, western northwestern Ohio, and far southeastern Michigan, as well as portions of north upstate New York, Vermont, much New Hampshire, and all of Maine are in winter storm warnings in the pink. We have winter weather advisories all across the Midwest, South Central Plains, Ohio Valley, Northeast in the purples, and some winter storm watches across central Pennsylvania in the blue areas. Widespread wind advisories across the South Tennessee Valley with high wind warnings along the coast in southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, western Florida Panhandle, and some flash flood warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings across Louisiana. And then going to the severe threat, we still have a serious tornado threat this evening with an enhanced risk of severe weather across southeast Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, western Florida in the orange, slight risk in the yellow, marginal risk in the dark green. And then the tornado threat is still sitting at a 10% significant. So we're still having a elevated risk of tornadoes from central Louisiana through western Florida, including Mobile and New Orleans tonight. 5% chance in the brown, 2% chance in the green. Damaging winds are still at 30%, 15% chance in the yellow, 5% chance in the brown. So damaging winds are also a big threat. And then the hail is at 5%. So hail's not going to be much of a concern. And this goes into tomorrow, unfortunately, where we have a slight risk of severe weather extending from Florida through southeast Georgia and the Carolinas in the yellow, marginal risk in the dark green. And then we have a tornado risk, 5% chance across portions of southwest Georgia, western Florida, and the coastal Carolinas in the brown, and a 2% chance in the green. Wind threats at 15% tomorrow in the yellow, 5% chance in the brown. And then hail, once again, is going to be a non-issue. So thanks for watching this evening's update on Winter Storm Kassandra. Make sure you prepare for heavy snow tonight if you live across the Midwest, and then tomorrow across the Northeast, and dangerous severe weather if you live across the South and Southeast. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening, my friends.